All right, here we are again. Same deal. Sometimes I think that this offset might be good. They usually do it correctly on the super speedways, or at least correctly as in uh, you want the car to have that straight steering wheel on the straight. So I'm gonna trust it. We're gonna do the quote unquote cheese here. Not the college series cheese. This video is not going to be 2 hours long. But basically we want to avoid bumps, and the best way to avoid bumps I've found is to just drive on this little patch right here on the apron, right by the yellow line. You don't want to kind of bounce off the yellow line. You just want to stay right here, basically right on the blue line, because there's a little part of the apron that is like less banked than this part. And if you start transitioning between those parts, they'll start bouncing the tires and heating the tires up, and you don't want tire heat for this type of qualifying. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be this fast yet. I usually ride about like 120 miles an hour until I get to entrance of 3. This doesn't make any difference though, so we're just gonna go now. So the big thing is we want to stay off the wall because there's aero drag there. We want to limit our steering inputs. The only things that you're seeing on my steering input right now is my force feedback. If the force feedback is causing your inputs to be too much, then I suggest turning your force feedback down for qualifying. You really should be able to hold your wheel more or less straight. And it doesn't need to be completely steady to have the fastest possible times like it kind of was in the old days, but when you start turning your wheel too much because of the force feedback, it's definitely going to scrub a little bit of speed. Okay. So now we're going to set up for our hot lap up here. Right sides are going to be either on the white line or maybe a tiny bit above, but we really don't want to be too close to that wall. One turn in and hold it. About 2/3 of the way through the corner, we're going to start turning down the track right here so that we can straighten out right here a little early. Just a little more speed there. Gonna get back down. No touching the line. Keep the car low. Keep it pretty much on the yellow. You can be a little bit off of it, but we kind of want to get down here then turn. We don't want to turn down to the yellow. We want to be down at the yellow and then turn when the corner starts. And as we start coming off the corner, we keep it down a little bit, but then we let it up towards the end. That might have been a little bit too early, to be honest with you. It wasn't bad though, but I probably lost about 1 or 2 hundredths there by not keeping it down a tiny bit longer, but we don't want to force it because that's when it starts to scrub speed and you lose speed for the rest of the corner. Again, we make our way down the yellow, then turn. We don't turn down to the yellow. It's just a little bit more precise timing, but it's going to be more cutting the track off. Just a little bit better coming off the corner. And for this car, I don't believe it's better to be on the apron. You can go either way. Maybe it depends on the track temperature, but I always found that just driving normally here is not going to be a big deal compared to trying to run the apron at Dega. So that's pretty straightforward for this. In terms of race strategy, this car does not build runs, or it seems like each line just stalls itself out once it gets to the lead, so nothing can really clear anything. So I really suggest working on qualifying and trying to be at the front of the pack and controlling the race. Even with the 3 and 4 wide that you can get at Talladega, there's a little bit more chance for you to move your way up through the field because of that. But boy, I'm telling you, the draft here is just, you can't go anywhere without something crazy, and when that's the case, I believe it's just best to qualify up front and be the guy that doesn't have to worry about that, because that's where the wrecks happen too, is when people are desperate and trying to get aggressive and all that. But other than that, I think we're good to go. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope to see you all on the track.